In this video, we are going to graph linear equations by plotting points. So step one, find 3 points that are solutions to the equations. How are you going to do that? Well, you can find any 3 points. A lot of times, plugging in +1, -1, and 0 is a good way to go. You're going to take those points, you're going to plug them in. You're going to find those 3 points, and then you get to plot those on the rectangular coordinate system. If they don't make a straight line, check your algebra. You may have done something a little wonky that would make those not work. And then draw your line. So it's as simple as that. So let's take a look at graphing y equals -2x plus 3. So remember, step one, find 3 points that are solutions to the equations. Well, how do we do that? Well, you can choose any 3 points. This is a line. It is going to extend across your xy axis. So go ahead and choose some points. I kind of will look at the slope here. If it's a whole number or an integer, I will usually just plug in +1, -1, and 0. If it might be fractional, I might use that denominator to help me. This one is an integer, so I'm going to plug in +1, -1, and 0. So first, let's plug in -1. So if you plug in -1, remember order of operations, we're going to do -2 times -1 plus 3. That's going to be 2 plus 3, or 5. So that is the point -1, 5. Now I'm going to plug in 0. Same thing. Y equals -2 times 0 plus 3. Do that multiplication first. Get yourself 0 plus 3, which is 3. So our second point would be 0, 3. Our final point, I'm going to plug in 1. I get y equals -2 times 1 plus 3. All order of operations tells us do that multiplication first. So we're going to get -2 plus 3, or 1. So that's the point 1, 1. So now we have those 3 points. So I put them in a little table there so we have them as a resource. And now we're going to do step 2. Now remember, step 2 is to plot those points in a rectangular coordinate system. So we just have to take our xy plane. Remember, your x goes from left to right, and then your y goes up and down. And here are those 3 points plotted. Now you'll notice that they line up perfectly. Like if you were doing this on paper, you could line in a straight edge right there and you would get a perfect line. That's what should be happening. These are linear equations. That leads us to step 3. Step 3, we got to draw the line through the 3 points. So we have those 3 points, and then you would take a straight edge if you were doing it on paper, and you would connect them with the line. So there is the line that you see there. So that is a little bit of how you can graph a linear equation by plotting points. Thank you so much for watching. You have a good day.